Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. Today we're going to have a look at the main riff for Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. Now this is the third part in my 12-part series of the 12 days of Riffmas. As of today's date, which is December 2024, I'm running a competition across December which gives you guys a chance to have a free lesson with me. There's more details on that in the description if you're interested, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. The first link in the description, if you click on that, it will take you to our private Facebook group. Join the group and navigate to the Files tab, and you can download all of our lessons and our tabs for free, if that's what you want, if you think it will help you. Right, this lesson I've broken down into 3 chunks, okay? And it's the same riff, but 3 variations that all get a little bit more difficult as we go on. The idea is so that anybody can have a go. I'm using an electric guitar today. If you've got an electric guitar, it is at the dusty end and it would be the better tool for the job, but just use what you've got. Right then, so this is what we're going for. So I'm going to start with the 12th fret of the D string, and I'm going to pick that twice with my ring finger, with a down and an up. I'm then going to take my index finger and I'm going to move to the 10th fret of the D string, same string, and then with an upstroke, I'm going to catch that 12 one more time. So that's the first 4 notes. I'm then going to take that ring finger and I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to use ring, middle, index on 12, 11, 10. Okay? Now you see those funny looking like 7 things? Those are called rests. Now in between each of those, I want you to kind of make sure that you stop you can hear the reverb coming from my amp, but I want you to make sure that you're not doing this. I want like a definite stop between them. Now how that's achieved is I'll play that 12th fret, I'll press it into the fret and I'll pluck it, and then when I'm done, I'll just relieve the pressure. Can you hear how the notes stop ringing out? Practice that really slowly. It's a great coordination exercise. So far we've got the first 2 bits. I'm then going to take that index finger on the 10th fret of the A and I'm going to move it up to the 10th fret of the low E. I'm going to pluck that with a downstroke. I'm then going to use either my ring finger or my pinky to catch the 13th fret of the low E. And then I'm going to go back to that 10th fret. Hey. All together. Pause the video if you need to. Now the second variation of this looks like this. So I've swapped that I've swapped it for power chords, which sounds a little bit throatier and a little bit chunkier. Now what we're going to do, when you have tabs and 2 notes are stacked on top of each other, you're to play those notes at the same time. So we're going to press the 10th fret of the low E and the 12th fret of the A. We're going to press them both at the same time, and I'm using my index and my ring fingers for those. You can use your pinky if you want. I'd much prefer it if you can, you stretch to your ring finger. And we're going to play both of those dudes twice. And I'm then going to slide this down to fret 8 and fret 10, down 2 frets. And then I'm going to come back to where we started, like this. Pause the video and try that for me, get that under your fingers. If you're okay with that, you'll realise that the remainder of the lick is exactly the same as the first time round. So you've got... Pause the video if you need to. If you're feeling confident, let's go to level 3. Now what's happening here is we're doing it the way that Clapton's doing it, which is he's using 7th chords barred. Now if you've ever played an F bar chord at the bottom of the neck, it's that shape with the pinky taken off. Okay, let's take this all the way up to the D position. So I'm going to bar the 10th fret. I'm then going to use my ring finger to press the 12th fret of the A string, and then I'm going to use my middle finger to bar the 11th, not bar, to press the 11th fret of the G. And it gives you this cool sound. We're going to hit that twice like we did with the power chord, then move it down for 1, and then back up again. Try that for me. And the remainder is just the same. And I definitely get the feeling that Clapton's definitely doing downstrokes there. You can hear the attitude in him playing it. Pause the video and get that under your fingers. Regarding tones, I wasn't quite sure what guitar to use because Clapton traditionally used an SG in Cream. He had the full SG, if you remember, that he painted, and it was a cool guitar. But whenever I think of Cream, and specifically I think of this song, I watched there's you can find it on YouTube. They do the farewell gig at the Royal Albert Hall, and he's playing a 1964 335, which is now known as the Clapton spec. In 1964, they had the sort of like shallow inlays, and apparently it's a really good year for those guitars. So, and I've watched that concert hundreds of times. I absolutely love the playing, and the musicianship on that stage is just phenomenal. So I kind of wanted to synthesize a little bit of that. Now he's using Marshall plexis. I don't think they were quite super leads at that point. My big Marshall's out of action, unfortunately, so I'm having to use the Princeton with a drive pedal today. But what Clapton was well known for using the woman tone. Now the woman tone is taking a Gibson guitar, playing the neck pickup and rolling most of the treble off, most of the tone control off to give this kind of muted sort of sound. Let me just play a bit with so I'm using the neck pickup, little bit of overdrive. It's nothing too crazy, but I've currently got my tone control on 10 and my volume on 10. It's a bit sharp. Now this guitar does actually, it's salt and pepper to taste. You want to kind of wind it down to at least 5, if not 0. Every guitar's a little bit different. This guitar actually serves better when you just knock it all off, whereas my Les Paul's about 2 or 3. And you'll notice, instead of getting this, you'll get this. Yeah, it's got that sort of throaty, there's another Cream song called Outside Woman Blues. It's kind of got that vibe to it, so when I play Sunshine of Your Love like that, it's that sound, isn't it? So if you've got the means to do it, if you're playing a Strat style guitar, you can kind of do it, but it's not as throaty. So let me know how you get on with that. It's called the woman tone. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, I think he used it first time on the John Mayall and the Bluesbreakers album, the Beano album, with all that kind of stuff on it. Anyway, I'm waffling. So let me know how you got on with that. If you want to enter it into Riffmas, read the description, it'll tell you how to do that, and I'll see you in a couple of days for day number 4. Thanks a lot.